Hey guys, Midget here. So I got another firearm to do a video on. So this one is kind of different. It is a 22 caliber 1911. So generally 1911s are 45 ACP. They do make 9mm versions, and they probably even make 40 Smith & Wesson. I know they make 10mm now too, because that's become popular. But this is a 22. Now this was purchased by a friend. He works at a pawn shop. In fact, I purchased a rifle from their pawn shop, and that'll be up on my channel eventually, but I'm doing this one first. And he got this there too because he was back in town over Christmas and New Year's working at the pawn shop, and so he ended up purchasing this with some of the money that he made while he was working back in town, home from the holidays, because he goes to college somewhere else. So he does have this pretty cheap carrying case for it and the pistol itself. So it does feel, it honestly feels like an airsoft gun. The best way I could describe it is the lower receiver feels like a real gun, and the upper receiver, the slide, feels like an airsoft gun. The reason why is because the lower receiver is steel, like a standard firearm, like a steel frame, and then the slide is made of some lighter material, and it's also not like a full slide. And you'll be able to tell by when I cock it. See how it's just different? Normally the slide locks back further for a 45, so this is kind of like a hybrid system, and it feels a lot like an airsoft gun, honestly. The magazine drops free out of the frame pretty nicely. It holds 10 rounds, which is decent for a magazine this size. It's thin. The 45 ACP variants will hold 7 to 8, and 9s, I think they'll hold like 9 or 10. Ammo that I'm actually giving him is Federal, so I brought this home. I was visiting them in college, my brother and his friend, and so I picked it up and brought it back home with me because it needed seriously cleaned up. It was very dirty, and I would not have shot it in the condition that it was, so I took it all apart after I brought it home, cleaned it out, lubricated it. It's good to go now. I might go take it out and shoot it. The ammo is Federal. It's 40 grain, 22 caliber, pretty cheap stuff. He is a college student, so that's kind of going to be good for him. Cheap ammo, cheap fun. So moving on to the pistol, but talking about features, it's got a ambidextrous safety switch, like a standard frame safety, which clicks into place pretty nicely. The one side's a little loose, but I guess that's okay. I'd prefer if it wasn't. It has a grip safety as well, and then it also has a magazine disconnect safety, which is a con. Magazine disconnect safeties are dumb. They really are. Considering that this has a grip safety and a frame safety, you don't need 3 safeties on a firearm. It has a skeletonized hammer, skeletonized trigger. The hammer is silver. The trigger pull on it is decent. So it has a little bit of play, but then it's probably 5 or 6, probably 5 pounds, but the reset is just beautiful. Like, that's all it is. And then I can fire again. Has the standard slide lock. The sights on there are actually pretty cool. I don't think they're glow in the dark, but they are green. They're like night sights, is what they're considered, I believe. Now the back one is actually falling off. So that is the only con that I can really say about this gun, is there's a set screw on here, but I tried to tighten it and it didn't hold it on. So this isn't going to be a defensive handgun. I would not carry this at all. This is just a Plinker. I wouldn't even use this for home defense. Like 9mm, 40, 45, you know, there's a lot better bullet for home defense. This is just a Plinker and just overall fun gun to shoot, just a hobby gun. It does have a rail on the bottom, which is pretty cool actually. He could put a flashlight if he wanted to, but again, probably wouldn't, because I would not use this for home defense. If he wants something for home defense, 9mm with some hollow points, pretty good option. Slide does lock like that. It doesn't go all the way back, of course. It's just a 22. Just ejecting cartridges and just seeing. It seems to be feeding okay. So other than that, the biggest con to me is the sight falling off. There should be a better way to attach the sight, like directly to the slide, instead of just having a set screw kind of hold it on by pressure. It is a 22, so the recoil is going to be almost nothing, so it's not going to move loose or anything, but it is going to be annoying because if I like hit it, it moves. So if I like drop it, it's going to move. But again, it is more of a plinker, so the accuracy isn't going to be actually too big of a deal. So if you have any questions or anything, let me know. Thank you so much for watching, and I will be posting this video up after I go shoot it. So enjoy the shooting. Alright, so we're going to shoot another mag through it. Still sticking with the Federal 40 grain. So it did not feed around. There wasn't one in the chamber. Make sure my mag's in. Alright, another mag through it, same ammo. As you can see, it cycles pretty good. I'm going to show you how to load it. It holds 10, and you can bring the follower down and actually load it pretty quickly. I mean, that's actually not bad. I ordered a second mag for this gun, and it didn't come in, even though I ordered it over a week ago. Alright, another mag.